my friends. You are listening here to the home of conservative, not bitter talk. I'm your host, Todd Huff. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. You can email me your thoughts, questions, feedback. Adoration and praise will also be accepted here at the program. And again, we're off and running with plenty of things to discuss. In fact, I want to go through some things that maybe we didn't get to last week. First of all, the unemployment rate increased. Let's start there. The unemployment rate increased. Now, these are seasonally adjusted and all this. I think the total number of jobs added were, I believe, 260 or 266,000 jobs for the month of April. 266, I think it was, 1,000 jobs added, which is not nearly enough. This is like Biden. Remember Biden back in when he was vice president? Obama put him in charge, the summer of recovery, which Biden was manning the summer of recovery for his full 8 years in office, the longest summer in American history. But Biden was supposed to be fixing jobs back then. Now Biden's here in the White House in 2021. Supposed to be helping usher in more jobs, right? More jobs. The economy was hit hard, obviously, in 2020 with COVID, and everything was really humming along up until that point. COVID comes along, shuts everything down. By the way, speaking of shutting everything down, have you seen that recent research suggests that the lockdowns didn't work? The lockdowns didn't work. In fact, maybe even making things worse, which that's something else out there. But 266,000 jobs, someone might hear that and say, hey, okay, we're headed in the right direction. The problem is economists projected April would add 1 million jobs in the month of April. We got a quarter of that. Unemployment rate ticks upward. You might be scratching your head and thinking, how on earth, employers out there listening to my voice this morning, how on earth, you might be asking yourself, can unemployment rates be going up? Couple things. Number one, presidents, now this is not a pass for Joseph R. Biden and for the radical left, but presidents and governments do not create jobs. So this is not a defense of them, because they do things that can impact the private sector's ability to create jobs. So they don't create jobs directly. Trump didn't do this. Biden didn't do this. Kennedy didn't do this. Truman didn't do this. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson didn't do this. Although the policies they embrace, the taxes that they support, the regulations, the degree to which they, pursue heavy regulations and so forth, those things all have an impact on jobs. And so when companies are able to operate and to keep more of the money, the revenues that they generate, when they feel optimistic that they will not have the heavy boot of, say, the Biden-Obama administration back on their necks, when these things begin to, when businesses begin to feel optimistic, have good numbers, they see consumer confidence going up, then they begin to invest more. But the problem this time is there's another factor in the equation, and I've actually considered inviting some folks from, now this is hitting multiple industries, but in particular, I've considered inviting some folks on from the restaurant industry to explain what's going on with restaurants. You may have noticed, I've shared this with some folks, the idea of going to a restaurant and sitting down for for lunch or dinner. This may be something that is harder to do. In fact, if we continue on this trajectory that Biden and his cronies have got us on here, the leftists who have answers for everything, the great equalizers of all things, they can make sure that people are equal in every capacity, including how much folks make. They can just snap their fingers and say, boom, we'll make you get paid more because you're worth more. Still not able to discern the difference between the intrinsic value of a human being and the value of the work that someone is doing for a business. But Biden and those like Biden, those on the left, the radical left, think that they can tinker in the economy without any consequences. They think that they can mess with all sorts of things and there not be any consequence. And so you have businesses, restaurants in particular, and it's again hitting other folks as well, but they can't find help. In fact, I was at a restaurant recently and there was a sign on the front door. Hey, I mean, it was, if I'm being honest, a little bit snarky, but basically, hey, we're understaffed. The people who are here, I'm paraphrasing, the people who are here want to work. They want to serve you, but they're kind of overwhelmed. So please be patient with them. Please be understanding and know that they want to work. They're here to provide a service in exchange for getting an income, for getting paid, whether you tip them or what. Well, it's going to be tips because this was primarily for servers, but that was the sign on the door. There's other places that have had to change their schedules, have had to close earlier. Some restaurants who are open every day have now started closing certain days of the week, and some restaurants have completely thrown in the towel. I was talking with someone the other day who mentioned 2 restaurants in the city of Indianapolis on the west side. I'm not going to mention names, but the two of these restaurants in one general vicinity location have closed permanently. Now you've got even a larger problem. Now you've got empty buildings. Will other places go in there? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, these are places that are in little restaurant, like a strip of restaurants. Are other folks going to go into these locations and just open another restaurant when they know that if the big nationwide brands are having trouble hiring individuals, what's going to happen to a mom and pop restaurant or something, well, even another that's like a national chain that's recently closed in these locations. And so I guess the dirty little secret here is because of the added unemployment benefits, folks are choosing not to work. And in some sense, you can't blame a person. Now, you could say you should have the dignity or the ethics or the morality to say, I'm not going to take free money if I can work. There's opportunity. Let's get back on our feet again. And I can understand that. But there's another side that says, hey, what's the point of me going out there and working if it doesn't make good financial sense. I take a pay cut by taking a job. This is where some people are because of, the mixture of stimulus and extended unemployment benefits and the pandemic unemployment benefits, all this stuff, because we have jobs. The thing is, there are jobs. That's, I guess, the point that I'm trying to make here. There are jobs, but because of the government's interference, it's preventing people from connecting with those jobs. And I don't know what all industries are being hit by this. In some ways, you feel this across the board. I know of people who have done all sorts of creative things, giving bonuses and that sort of thing to people who stay on board, a new position that they take. If you're here in X number of days, you'll get a bonus. Or I know people who have done across the board pay raises giving folks hourly pay raises of $1.50 per hour across the board. $1.50 per hour, that's $60 a week, right? If you work 40 hours. If you work 60, make $60 a week, and if you work 50 weeks a year, that's $3,000. That's a $3,000 annual raise for the average 40-hour-a-week worker. And if you factor in dozens or more positions, depending upon the size of the company, even if someone has, say, 50 employees, that's $150,000 that's off the company's bottom line. Now, if you're at a restaurant, just think about this, and I know I'm preaching to the choir with some folks here who may be walking this road that I'm talking about here, whatever your business is, particularly if you're in the restaurant industry. But restaurants have very, very slim margins. Food costs have gone up. In fact, I just saw another article here that chicken prices have gone up, I think I saw 11%. 11% recently. You may have seen this at the grocery store, food prices going up. All because, I'm telling you, what happens here, imagine a scale, and you've got supply and demand and all these economic factors and forces, and how how the price of something is established, and how employment, you've got the factors that lead into that. And then you have the government. It takes its finger and it places it on one side of the scale to make it what it thinks it should be. See, that scale is being constantly balanced by the private sector with supply and demand, right? With supply and demand, just for example, if prices of something go up, then people buy less of it. Not everybody stops buying, but overall you'll see a percentage of sales decrease. And so that's how that gets corrected in a free market system. The same with unemployment. If you take away the fact that people are getting a lot of extras from unemployment, if you take that equation out, then the jobs that have been created would be filled. I don't think it's a question of jobs created. When they measure it, when economists measure jobs created, they're not looking at open positions. They're looking at number of people added to payroll. Companies have open positions. Companies are trying to find a way to hire people, but they can't because of these issues that I've alluded to or mentioned here, where the government has placed its finger on the scale to say, let us make it right. Let us interject ourselves. Let us interject ourselves and fix the problem. The problem is they never fix the problem. Never. They always make it worse. Always. They want you to think that they are the heroes that ride in on the white horse to save America from whatever problem that exists. But the truth is, in many cases, they create the problem. Sometimes they fabricate it so that they can get elected or raise funds or whatever. Sometimes it really is an issue and they just want to politic on it, tell us what they would do and never really fix it. In fact, many times making it worse. And in some cases, heck, maybe even many cases, the solutions that they create, the so-called solutions, are worse than the original problem. This to me, just watching this unfold, and I know a lot of average Americans don't watch it like this. You do, you pay attention. I wish more people would pay attention, but it's just a case study. It is a case study of why liberalism and big government does not work. It just doesn't work. There's no solution here because it's constantly chasing and trying to solve the next problem that is created by the solutions that the government's giving us. So timeout is in order here. But unemployment ticked up to 6.1%. It was at 6%. Now it's at 6.1%. And it's largely because of the benefits that the government is paying out. People are not encouraged to find their own way. And there are long-term, in fact, we're going to talk about that next segment. There are long-term ramifications for people looking to the government to solve these problems. We'll talk about that after the break, but I got to take a time out long in this segment. I got to get a drink of water, too. Voice a little scratchy here this morning. Oz has delivered me a glass of water here at the desk this morning, so I am happy. We'll do that. Get back after the break. Sit tight. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff, back here in just a minute.
Had enough of the cancel culture? Why not fight back by directly supporting the advertisers who make this program possible? Visit supportouradvertisers.com to give those who help bring this program to you the opportunity to earn your business. Find out more about businesses like Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, Care to Change, and Interior Construction Services by visiting supportouradvertisers.com today.
Wallace Construction is a family-owned business with 45 years' experience in asphalt, concrete, and seal coating. At Wallace Construction, our wide variety of experience and top-notch customer service have helped us build a strong reputation in Central Indiana. But we don't rest on that reputation. We build it, one job at a time. If you have an upcoming project, call us at 317-422-5356. That's Wallace Construction, 317-422-5356, and ask for Richard or Roger.
Have you seen the price of custom cabinetry and countertops lately? If you're looking for quality, affordable remodels, call Carriage House Woodworking. Our helpful professionals will walk you through every step of the process. We're offering a free sink base with qualifying purchases. Just enter CHWEINC.com/Todd or call 317-406-3042. Call Carriage House Woodworking. You won't have to spend your kids' inheritance just to upgrade your kitchen.
Are you looking for reliable advice on real estate investing? Then you should start listening to the Homeboys. Clint and Scott have over 40 years of real estate investing experience that they use to educate and guide their listeners. Listen and learn from their experiences to maximize your real estate investment strategy. You can find the Homeboys podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or watch them on YouTube. That's the Homeboys podcast. They can show you how to get started and reach your real estate investment goals.
Healthcare is expensive and complicated. Did you know that as a Christian business owner, it is possible to provide access to affordable health benefits for your employees? Remodel Health has helped employers across the United States save over $22 million in the past 3 years. Our innovative approach allows your employees to have the health benefits they need at a cost you can afford. Go to remodelhealth.com/Todd to help your employees find the health care they deserve. Remodel Health. Rethink employee health benefits.
This is the sound of your typical do-it-yourselfer in completely over his head.
For heating, plumbing,
and electrical done right.
Call Mr. Quick. Call Mr. Quick. Dial the number, spell the words. For on time.
All your life, you've planned and taken care of the people you love. They always knew you had a plan. Taking care of your final wishes will give them one final gift. Buying your headstones direct through Thomas Monument saves your loved ones additional stress during a difficult time and saves money by cutting out the middleman. Call 317-244-6525 or go online to thomasmonument.com to understand why families have trusted us since 1962.
There is plenty to worry about these days. If you're working with Blake Hornsby at Northwestern Mutual, your retirement and financial security doesn't need to be one of them. Blake is a time-tested financial advisor with over 20 years of experience at Northwestern Mutual. For an independent review of your financial planning needs, call Blake and mention the Todd Huff Show for a free initial consultation. Call 317-215-8322 or visit blakehornsby.com. Invest in your peace of mind with Blake Hornsby at Northwestern Mutual.
There's a lot going on in the world today, and with so much going on, it's sometimes hard to maintain balance. Jesus said in John 16:33, "In this world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." I'm Pastor Jeff Floyd of the Martinsville First Church of the Nazarene. To experience how life can be better with Jesus, come worship at M1 Church at 10 a.m. this Sunday, 1609 John R. Wooden Drive in Martinsville, or catch our live stream service on Facebook at M1 Church. For more information, visit m1nazarene.org. Have a great day today in Jesus.
Welcome back, my friends. By the way, this program brought to you in part by our friends at Midwest Tax Group. Midwest Tax Group, obviously still in the busy season here. In fact, when is the tax? Is it May 15th? Is that what they did? Gave you a month extra time to get your taxes, and you may be looking to file taxes and may need the help of a professional firm. If that is you, I encourage you to check out our friends at Midwest Tax. The website address, MW, standing for Midwest, MWTaxGroup.com, or you can call them, 317-288-5260, 317-288-5260, Midwest Tax Group. Be sure to tell them that Todd sent you. So, before the break, we were talking here about just the long-term ramifications or implications, I guess, of what is going on with America's, with the way the economy has changed in the past year to now, to where we have this problem because of government forces trying to save us from, I guess, trying to save us, trying to come in with good intentions and save everybody from this COVID crisis. Again, oftentimes making it worse by the actions that they've taken, oftentimes confusing the living daylights out of everyone who's paid it. I may not be allowed to say that. YouTube video may come down today because I say that there is confusion. There's been inconsistency. Of course there's been inconsistency. Dr. Fauci, my goodness, this guy literally had us at the beginning. He was kind of mocking masks, which he later told us because he was trying to save people who needed the masks more than the rest of us dopes out there. Everyday citizens who, I guess, were expendable. I don't know. I mean, is that the conclusion I'm left with? What are we supposed to think about this? Then we were told to mask up. Then we were told we had to mask up, better mask up. Then we should wear 2 masks. Goggles were a part of this at some point in time. I remember talking about all of this all over the place. Vaccinations come along. You got to get vaccinated. In fact, there's a Michael Smerconish. I want to play that clip as the program unfolds, asking his listeners and viewers and readers, his audience, if it's time to shun people who don't want to get the COVID vaccine. Maybe it's time to shun them, Smerconish pontificates. So we've got all these problems created by government. In many cases, it's the blind leading the blind. Do people realize, I know you do, but just in general, the people who, I don't know, who just go about their lives without really thinking about some of these things. I'm amazed. I know someone who has all sorts of distrust for big business, right? He has tons of mistrust toward, and I'm not telling you to trust big business. I mean, there are crooks out there. There are crooks. As Buckley said, William F. Buckley said, the problem with capitalists with capitalism are capitalists, individual capitalists. The problem with socialism is socialism itself, is the ideology, is the system. It's broken. The capitalism is not broken. What causes problems in capitalism are people who use freedom to try to lie, cheat, deceive, steal, that sort of thing. That's the problem with capitalism. But the same people, folks, who run these corporations, I mean, are they suddenly, they're evil in the minds of this individual that I know. They're evil when they're in the corporate world. But the second, if they run for public office, suddenly they have the best interests of the citizen at mind and heart. Is that logical? And oftentimes these are the same people. These politicians are taking money from these people that this individual thinks are pure evil. I just don't understand how someone can be skeptical of business when we have to choose where we go to buy things. We're not forced to go to Walmart or Target or wherever. You're forced to deal with your government. At some point along the way, you are forced, whether it's getting a driver's license, paying taxes. And I'm not even saying that shouldn't be the case, but I am saying that government at its core is force. There is no choice. You have to do what you have to do, right? You have to have that interaction and involvement, and that's why it should be as limited as possible. It should be the government should be over as little things as possible. But the problem is, what we have now is we have a whole generation of folks who look to the government for all sorts of things. All sorts of things. And then this extends outside of generations as well. But a lot of individuals have been taught by some of these radical leftist teachers and professors that government cures all things. Government is the problem in these situations, my friends. Government's the problem. And now we've got people looking to government to say, oh, I need money. I need an income. Government, help me. As though government is the place where money comes from. It is precisely the opposite. Money comes from, wealth is created by the private sector. When you engage in commerce with someone else, they provide you something of value. You give them money. Both sides benefit from the transaction and are better off than they were walking into it. That's how wealth is created. Then, by creating enough wealth to where we have things called profits as companies, or we have extra savings and investments as individuals, government then comes along and taxes that prosperity so that it can function, which again is not bad in and of itself. We have to be very, very, skeptical of it. We better be skeptical of it. Government is force. But so then they tax it, and that's how they get their money. That's how they get their money, because we create it. Now we have an entire generation of people who look to government to say, here, I need my income. Send me a check, Washington, D.C. Right? IRS, whoever. Send me a check, Joseph Biden. Send me a check, whoever. It doesn't matter to me who the person is. It matters to me that is an erroneous way of thinking. We live in the twilight zone on some of these things. The way that we are operating, the way that we are just artificially creating money via, just deficit spending and clicking buttons and printing money, whatever the formula is to do that now, it's not real. This is not sustainable. It is obvious when you look at the economic conditions. In fact, I had someone tell me this recently, someone that I've grown to know and appreciate and respect. He runs a restaurant. He said, we always have operated under the basic premise that sales will fix any problem that a business has. The more you get revenue, then you can fix things with the money you get. And he said, I think we've run into a situation where that's not true, because they're killing it on sales, but they cannot staff. They can't not get enough staff because of the things I've been talking about this program to continue operating normally. So they've had to close down a day a week, and they normally didn't close down a day. So it's not because they don't have enough business, it's because they don't have enough workers, enough staff, enough employees to help provide the goods and services. In this case, it's food, for people who want to come in and pay for that food. This is a phenomenon created by none other than a massive bureaucratic state known as our federal government. Timeout is in order. I want to continue this a little bit and shift gears slightly as well, as we're looking at some of the crazy things that's going on here across the landscape of this great nation, created largely by the lovers of big government. So, plenty to discuss. Timeout is in order. Sit tight. Back here in just a minute.
Had enough of the cancel culture? Why not fight back by directly supporting the advertisers who make this program possible? Visit supportouradvertisers.com to give those who help bring this program to you the opportunity to earn your business. Find out more about businesses like Ward's Apparel, Edwards Equipment, and Indiana Wooded Paradise Retreat by visiting supportouradvertisers.com today.
Unhappy with your CPAP machine? Now you have an alternative. The docs at Indy Dental Sleep have an oral appliance that treats snoring and sleep apnea. They begin with an in-home sleep test that is diagnosed by a sleep physician before prescribing your appliance. And it's covered by most medical insurance plans. It's preferred 20-1 versus CPAP. Call 317-888-4036 and start getting the sleep you need. Or visit IndyDentalSleep.com.
Know someone looking for a fun summer job? We're now hiring lifeguards around the Indianapolis area. Make a difference while meeting new people, build your teamwork skills, and spend time outdoors. We offer lifeguard certification classes. To find out more, go to Indianapolis-PMG.com and choose the lifeguarding menu option. That's Indianapolis-PMG.com.
Does your business have a plan for social media marketing? Are you reaching the right audiences through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the list goes on? Are you learning from the data? Jarbo can help. Our team doesn't just come in and tell you how to be successful. We help you execute and measure your sales and marketing efforts. Give us a call at 317-834-6560 or visit us online at jarbomarketing.com. That's jarbomarketing.com. Make social media work for you.
If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, call my good friend Scott Veerkamp. Scott and his team have been helping people with their real estate needs since 1992, and he has sold literally thousands of homes for good families just like yours. For all your real estate needs, call Scott Veerkamp today at 317-979-4663. That's 979-HOME.
Geothermal tax credits are back, making this the perfect time to install a new Climate Master geothermal system. Take advantage of this limited time 26% tax credit and begin cutting your heating and cooling bills immediately. Visit indianageothermal.com/info to get your free Climate Master information kit or call 317-829-1490. Visit indianageothermal.com/info or call 317-829-1490. Geothermal, it's cheaper than you think.
Our word can't be diluted because we are taught that a promise is a commitment in which you always follow through. No ifs, ands, or buts. So every time you walk through Greg Hubler Chevrolet doors, you can count on the advice and expertise we provide you. Because when we make a promise, we keep it. Greg Hubler Chevrolet. Promise kept. Visit GregHublerChevy.com. Find new roads.
The compassion of Christ. It's living life connecting to the broken and messy world. It's not simply walking down the street and dropping a quarter in someone's bucket. It's been perverted by Satan from biblical compassion to feeling sorry for, and sympathy isn't where God wants us to live. It's connecting to broken people in our daily life. Living the compassion of Christ.
Our sense of smell stimulates memory and emotion. A scent can seemingly transport us to another place in time. Homemade, hand-poured candles and melts from spur-of-the-moment creations will give your nose the experience the rest of your body is missing during any season of the year. Crackling firewood, fresh-cut grass, Macintosh apple, and even racing fuel are some of their over 200 engaging fragrances. Visit spurofthemomentcreations.com and enter coupon code TODD at checkout to receive 15% off your order today.
You are listening here, my friends, to America's Reality Czar. It is good to be here. Thank you for joining us. By the way, if you miss any part of this program, shame on you. Just kidding. You can download the entire podcast for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for the Todd Huff Show. I've been told it is just as good on podcast as it is on radio. So you have to check it out yourself to see if that's the case. So a couple things I did here during the break. Chicken prices. It says restaurants are paying twice as much. Here it is. WGME.com. It says there's a chicken shortage and it's causing the price to soar. A shortage of workers, chicken feed, and deaths of chicken due to severe weather has created a perfect storm. Restaurants nationwide are now paying more than double for chicken breasts than they were last year. Other pieces of chicken have gone up about 20%. And I saw 11%. Yeah, here we go. Well, the Wall Street Journal reports chicken breast prices have increased 11% since last year. Those numbers seem to be conflicting to me. They're paying more. They're paying more for things like food. They have fewer workers to work. They've got low margins to begin with, and suddenly there's a problem. So I just wanted to, this all ties in. Again, this all ties in to the larger picture, which is the private economy is trying to fix itself, and government is jumping in left and right, throwing massive amounts of money at the problem. And usually you can understand why. I mean, you understand whether we disagree or whatever, why the government was increasing unemployment benefits and so forth. I understand what they were thinking at the beginning of COVID. Of course, there's some that are purely opportunists and look for any opportunity, as Rahm Emanuel said. Now, what the ambassador to, is he Japan, Oz? Is that what we said the other day? Ambassador to Japan, I think it was. Oz doesn't remember either. She's looking at me puzzled. I don't know if she dozed off over here. But we have government trying to solve problems, and that usually only creates more problems. Rahm Emanuel, who I believe, again, ambassador to Japan, says never let a crisis go to waste. So there's some opportunists out there, but there's also, you can understand the thinking of some folks that say, hey, we've got these massive problems. Let's increase benefits and all these different things. So really quickly here, actually, I'm gonna take a break, because after the break, I want to play a soundbite. This is from last week from Michael Smerconish. You may not know who Michael Smerconish is. He has a radio show. He's on TV. He's a leftist. It's on CNN, so he's working for CNN, which that may be all you need to know. But he's actually out there talking about whether or not it's time to shun people. To shun people. I'm sorry. When I hear that phrase, shun, I'm reminded, I was an Office fan. I'm reminded of Dwight, who shunned, who did he shun? Andy Bernard, maybe? Yeah, Oz does know that. Oz knows that Dwight shunned Andy Bernard. She can't tell me if Rahm Emanuel is the ambassador of Japan. Anyway, so it just makes me think of Dwight shunning and unshunning Andy. This is apparently what we need to do. This is all about getting America to unify. Biden's come in, highly divisive circumstance. He's going to come in and fix all that. And also cure. I'm wondering, we're a few months in now. When's he going to cure cancer? That was a promise. Cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes. Biden was going to fix those. I assumed he would have done that by now. I don't know what else he's been doing. He's not been going to the border. We do know that. Jen Psaki's upset that she's being asked about that by the press. Do you think that's overly politicizing everything? It's coming from the folks who dramatize everything. In fact, I call them the Dramocrats. She's upset that they're being asked why Biden doesn't go to the border. Insanity abounds here. And when we get back, I want to play the soundbite from Michael Smerconish. Sit tight. You're listening to Conservative Not Bitter Talk. I am your host, Todd Huff. Back here in just a minute.
Stay on top of the nonsense our colleges are subjecting students to today by listening to Todd's monthly interview series with Matt Lamb, assistant editor of The College Fix. Listen at toddhuffshow.com/college. Brought to you by Apprentice University. With so many societal changes, everyone's talking about apprenticeships and college debt. Businesses seek employees with practical problem-solving skills. Visit apprentice.university to learn about our demanding academics and paid apprenticeships in excess of tuition. No debt, in-demand skills, Christian community.
Are you concerned about your investments? Intrepid Financial has been educating, customizing, and servicing Hoosier investment portfolios since 1998. Our family-owned and operated business builds strong bonds with our clients. When you call, we answer the phone, always ready to walk you through your investment strategy. Intrepid means without fear. We want our clients to be fearless, to feel secure with their investments. Give us a call at 317-818-1776 or visit us online at intrepidfinancial.com.
Corin Homes is expanding their 55-plus community. Briar Creek is the only senior manufactured home community in Indianapolis featuring Indiana-built homes. Floor plans and finishes starting at $75,000. Enjoy affordable, low-maintenance lifestyle with the charm of a residential neighborhood. Located minutes from I-465 in Fort Harrison State Park. Corin Homes, family owned and operated since 1955. Check us out at COHRONhomes.com. Mention the Todd Huff Show and receive a $1,000 discount on your new home.
Are you tired of manually opening the gate every time you pull in the drive, especially during the freezing cold, pouring rain, or hot, humid weather? Then Gatekeeper Services has your solution. They offer affordable residential and commercial motorized units for your gated properties. Veteran-owned with over 50 years' experience in motorized gate sales and repairs on any make or model, and with numerous entry control options, Gatekeeper Services takes pride being certified in both automated gate system design and operator installation. Simplify your life today by calling 317-714-4061.
Family owned since 1973, Edwards Equipment at 1375 East Main Street in Danville is ready to meet your equipment needs by selling, renting, and servicing several makes and models of lightweight residential or heavy-duty commercial equipment. We carry and service top-name brands like Ferris, Kubota, Steel, Gravely, Honda Power, Land Pride, and more. Visit edwardstractor.com or call 317-745-6427 to check out our clearance specials today. At Edwards Equipment, we don't just sell you any piece of equipment, we sell you the right piece of equipment.
Are your health insurance premiums making you sick? There is a cure. With the Pro-Life Health Plan, your savings could be as much as 60%. The Pro-Life Health Plan allows you to enjoy the freedom of choosing any doctor, any hospital, anywhere. And their enrollment is open year-round. Just give Eric a call at 888-448-5370 or visit them online at isellhealth.com. Better coverage at a better cost.
Not again! There's never any hot water left for my shower. Everyone else gets a nice long soak and I'm left with ice water. I'm calling Commercial Service about their latest offer on tankless water heaters. I can save up to $800 on an installation. No more cold showers for me.
Call the partner you can trust. Call Commercial Service at 812-339-9114 or online at commercialservice.com. Commercial Service. Commercial grade service for your home.
Are you looking to purchase waterproof flooring for your home? Did you know it's as easy as typing rnrproducts.com/Todd in your search engine for a great deal on our core tech line? Since 1971, R&R Products has provided brand name products at an affordable price to the listening area. Call 317-745-5794 or go online to rnrproducts.com/Todd. R&R Products. We make your flooring experience easy and affordable.
Welcome back. By the way, we've got this pipeline that's was a Colonial pipeline that's been hacked as well, being held hostage to access their infrastructure by a ransomware criminal enterprise. What's it called? DarkSide, I think. That could cause gas prices to go up. I've heard 20% in the Southeast. Just what we need. Anyway, Smerconish. I wanted to get to this last week, talking about COVID, talking to his audience who loves government, who thinks the government can solve all problems, who believe that every COVID death in the United States is the fault squarely 100% of former President Donald J. Trump. They see no inconsistencies in Dr. Fauci's don't wear a mask, wear 2 masks, wear goggles. You can see your family maybe on the 4th of July if you see one side of the family. If you have 2 children, you can see one of your children and his or her family, the grandkids, one weekend, but then the other one you can see the next weekend. You can go outside. We got the CDC. Is it the CDC still saying that these youth camps, I believe, these children still have to wear masks to play basketball outside in the summer? I think I saw Yankee Stadium. Well, wherever the Yankees and the Mets, those are 2 stadiums in New York. There's going to be a vaccinated and an unvaccinated section of the different sections of the stadium. Yeah, Oz didn't know that. She's got her head cocked over here looking at me like I'm crazy. No, there's going to be a vaccinated section and an unvaccinated section of the stadium. We're truly segregating people now. Anyway, all this stuff happening. Smerconish referencing an article that was written about shunning, like Dwight K. Schrute of Andy Bernard, shunning the folks who don't have the COVID vaccine. This is about a minute long. I want you to listen to this, Michael Smerconish. This was from last week. Here you go. Here's an option. Pause. I got it hooked up to the wrong cable here. Let's do that again. That one's on me. Here you go. Now we're hooked up. Here you go.
A USA Today essay that was published by a former prosecutor named Michael Stern. And I discussed this briefly on radio yesterday. He says, we've got to shun folks. We've got to shun people into getting vaccinated. The shunning suggestion is this. Businesses should make vaccination a requirement for employment. A COVID outbreak can shut down a business and be financially devastating, and failure to enforce basic health and safety measures is not fair to employees who have to work in offices, factories, and stores where close contact is required. Things should get personal, too. People should require friends to be vaccinated to attend the barbecues and birthday parties they host. Friends don't let friends spread COVID. Friends don't let friends spread COVID. Yesterday's survey question at Smerconish.com asked whether it's time to shun. 7,241 people responded. What do you think the percentage was who said yes?
This is his audience, by the way.
How about 73%?
How about it? Smerconish? 73% of your audience, the lovers of big government out there, think it is time to shun their friends. I'm not going to your backyard barbecue. You've been vaccinated? Show me your proof. What about little Johnny over here? Johnny been vaccinated? I'm not coming over there. What are you talking about? Shun. When you show me your vaccination papers, I will unshun you, says Michael Smerconish, or at least that's what his audience thinks. Seriously? I mean, it's crazy to me. Again, I don't. These are your decisions, right? Whether or not you get vaccinated or not. I haven't said one way or the other. Although I'm sure there's some out there that would say, "Where's your picture of you getting vaccinated? You're being you're what are they calling these pictures? I don't know if they call vaccine selfies or some such thing. Got to be out there posting it online to show people. Whatever. This is your decision. You need to be shunned, Smerconish says. Can't even go to a family barbecue if you've not been vaccinated. Quick time out. Back here in just a minute.
Enrollment in Todd's conservative, not bitter university is now open. For a limited time, save $10 on Todd's first course, A Christian's Guide to Being a Patriot. For more information or to enroll, visit conservativenotbitter.com. Sponsored in part by Workforce Chaplains. Could your business or organization benefit from the services of a professional team of chaplains? Meet the needs of your employees and foster an excellent work environment with Workforce Chaplains. For more information, visit workforcechaplains.com today.
Hey Indy, Sid here with Kill a Dent Removal. We specialize in a paint-free repair process known as PDR. Our certified master technicians remove dents and dings of all shapes and sizes, including hail damage, with zero body fillers, zero painting, and zero diminished value. Most repairs are completed the same day, many even while you wait. Check us out at killadentremoval.com. And remember, folks, don't paint your car, go PDR.
Fireplaces can be beautiful and even essential in heating some homes. But did you know they could be dangerous to your family if not properly maintained? Chimneys need to be cleaned and inspected annually. My family and I had Smalling Masonry inspect ours. They are friendly, informative, on time, and helped us use our wood-burning stove more efficiently. Call Christian-owned Smalling Masonry today at 317-903-8121 and mention my name, Todd Huff, for a 15% off chimney inspection and sweep.
All right, here we go. $100 down, $200 back at $300.
I went to my first firearms auction a few years ago. It was hosted by TJ Freege, one of my good friends from high school, who is a champion auctioneer and one of the best in the business. In spite of objections from liberal legislators, I walked away with a .22 rifle and a few boxes of ammunition. And I had a great afternoon with my grandpa that I won't soon forget. If you've ever wondered what treasure you could find in an auction, visit FreegeAuctioneers.com and take a look at their upcoming Central Indiana auction schedule. That's Freege, F-R-E-I-J-E, auctioneers.com. Visit FreegeAuctioneers.com.
Hi, I'm TJ Freege, owner and lead auctioneer at Freege & Freege Auctions and Marketing. I invite you to come see the power of live auctions. It's fast, it's fun, it's transparent, and it's the absolute best way to ensure you get fair market value for your asset today. Get results, go auction.
Hi, this is Caleb with Gluff Plumbing. Does your home need some plumbing updates? Gluff Plumbing is your solution. We specialize in updating old plumbing, everything from water heaters to well pumps, to underground leaks and everything that has to do with water entering and leaving the home, including water and sewer main excavations. We pride ourselves on old-fashioned customer service. Call Gluff Plumbing at 765-721-6789 or visit gluffplumbing.com. That's G-L-U-F-F plumbing.com. Call us today.
Weddings, reunions, business, church, or family retreats, Indiana Paradise Retreat is a hidden gem located right here in central Indiana. With over 11,000 square feet, a theater, gym, sauna, hot tub, pool, stocked lakes, and even an on-site event hangar, we have just the place for your next event. Find us on Airbnb, VRBO, or just search for Indiana Paradise Retreat. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Hunting, fishing, bows, guns, ammo, safes, and more. The Outdoorsman Sports Shop in Greenwood has all the gear you need for your outdoor experience. We have a huge selection of brands that other shops don't carry, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to answer all your outdoor adventure questions. At Outdoorsman Sports Shop in Greenwood, you can even hone your archery skills at our indoor shooting range. Find us online at outdoorsmansportshop.com. So get outdoors, but bring the right gear.
Welcome back, my friends. Waning moments of this program. Craziness abounds here. Craziness abounds in this great nation, but fear not. Fear not. Folks still have common sense. And as I've said before, folks just need to have conservative principles and values articulated and explained to them. And the best folks to do that are you and me. I'm telling you, folks just need to have it articulated and explained. And that's what I hope we help do here each and every day, and also with CNBU. But I've got to go. Thanks for listening. SDGC tomorrow. Take care. Unhappy with your CPAP machine? Now you have an alternative. The docs at Indy Dental Sleep have an oral appliance that treats snoring and sleep apnea. They begin with an in-home sleep test that is diagnosed by a sleep physician before prescribing your appliance. And it's covered by most medical insurance plans. It's preferred 20-1 versus CPAP. Call 317-888-4036 and start getting the sleep you need. Or visit IndyDentalSleep.com.
As a listener of this program, I have no doubt that you embrace the value of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And when you have the opportunity to work with a company that fully embraces and shares these values, I'm sure you jump at it. Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing is just that type of company in Central Indiana. Jeff and Jod Woods have a team of professional technicians here to help tune up your furnace or install a quality new train system. And they're also here to fix those nasty plumbing problems that seem to happen at the absolute worst time. So the next time you have a plumbing, heating, or cooling need, give the good folks at Economy Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing a call. Call 317-831-5279. That's 317-831-5279. 5279 or visit economyheatingandair.com.
Need to refresh or renovate your commercial space? Call Interior Construction Services today, providing the highest level of quality construction at a competitive price. Our service-minded team is here to deliver the detail-oriented environment you're looking to create on time and on budget. Call us at 317-991-4660 or visit us online at interiorconstruct.com. Interior Construction Services. Progressive, productive, professional.